Yo, how's it going, everyone? Today I wanted to show you a little bit something else I've been working on regarding our Holosync project, now that I'm using Claude Code AI. This will be for our packs, which some of you may have seen on the Holosync shop website under the bios. There's been the packs that you're going to be able to purchase soon. For those of you who don't know what that means, like what's going to be in it, It's uh, it's going to be cards of different borders, different designs. Mainly for these packs, it's going to be the alpha borders. I will show you what they look like soon, and then also the crafted card borders designs, meaning cards that people will be able to craft in the game for the main game. But like the packs itself, that's like separate from the main game. Like in the main game, the cards are the holders of the creatures. Some of you may be able to compare this to the Pokemon's Pokeballs. So we have cards instead. But of course, as every franchise kind of requires a certain TCG, we wanted to initially start off with a collection project only, collection cards. But the community was they were like making a point that it needs some kind of playability because collection itself may not be like great on its own. So we gave in to that, and now I've been working on some things. So here I just want to showcase real quick what it'll look like when you're opening a pack. This is, a simple WebM. Then we have a little bit of animations, like some things to fine tune, of course, still. But you're like ripping the pack open, and now you're getting into the cards. These are the backgrounds of the alpha cards. So this is not always going to be the case. I haven't added a lot of artworks yet. So there's most likely going to be the same artwork. This is just to showcase like what the opening looks like. Alright, so the next point is that, as you can see, it looks very simple. There's not a lot of shines or whatever. So for that, we are getting into this section here. Let me zoom in so you can get a good look. So here we are working on the hollow effects and shines, sort of like, so that each card has its own shine. So when you want to like inspect it properly, you can see them. But Cloud Code is working quite slowly at times. It does a lot of, I mean, not slowly, but it like you have to repeat a lot of issues until it gets it correctly. The idea here is to remove this whole square and just put it as the outline of the card. So the card itself has the shine effect when viewed after you open a pack, so that every card can be viewed like this and inspected properly. And of course, the artwork, the thing that makes our card collection unique is that we're going to be using a lot of fan arts from the community. We're going to be offering them either license purchase, like a one-time offer of Hive to use their artwork in our collection, or if they instead want to choose some kind of royalty rewards where, based on how many artworks they have in the pack, they will get like a royalty percentage for every sale, which is kind of unique, I would say. Most other big franchises that use these kind of uh, packs, they only pay the artist salaries. So anyway, without getting too much into that, here's a look at the thing with Claude is that it's very bad at knowing where exactly to place things. That's why we've created these kind of editors. Like this one, for instance. Here I will be able to like I tell it like where to place the artwork and which card borders it's going to work on. Then I hit save, and then it'll know that the artwork is supposed to be there. But of course, we also have like, this is for instance artwork from the community. The background at least is from the community. So here we're still going to have to work on the sizes. This one's feels like it's a bit spread out. I mean, like too wide. So we're going to have to fix that, and the editor will allow us to do so. Like give us more control over fixing how it fits in the border and which borders it applies to. Like, should it be a full art border only? Of course, we'll crop out the sides and everything. And then once this is finished, we'll head over to make sure that every card has holo effects in different forms. We're still like starting out pretty much. So we've had to create a lot of editors. This is for the board. Here also, the Claude itself has a hard time knowing, like, if I tell it, place the healer a little bit more in the edge of the corner, it'll like do it, but not really where you want it. So you have to like keep fumbling back and forth certain pixels and dimensions. So I had it instead just create a editor for me where I can just move these things around, and when I hit save, it'll know exactly where to place them. So I've done that for the board, for the cards, and for the opening as well, like the pack opening. Here are some odds for those of you curious. This means that, the alpha creature border is going to be 24% of the time. They're going to be a bit rarer. Alpha full art 6% of the time, and the crafted cards are going to be like the majority. Then we also have stat button rarity, which is fresh for cards, like collection cards, because if you guys have opened Pokemon or One Piece or Dragon Ball, you will know that, a card that's uncommon is just going to stay uncommon. But here, if we create alpha creature cards, like to give an example which ones that means, like this one, this is a crafted card, as you can see here by the K. So the design itself is not so pretty compared to, say, the alpha designs. Like this is the diamond one or the chromatic. This is this might be the yellow. No, this is the gold one, and this is the fire type one. So the alpha card designs are obviously better looking, but they're going to be rarer. But the thing that stands out even more is that all the creature cards are going to have unique stats similar to when you open creatures in our alpha vial, meaning that you can get cards that, let's say they have like the common border and they're a common creature, but the stats happen to be like super rare. So it creates like its own rarity where even if you get a common card, you can get lucky to get a common card that has legendary or holo colored stat buttons. So it makes it, you have a chance to get a common card that itself is rare. And that's something, I don't know why these aren't showing properly, but that's something that's going to be quite unique in our game. And then the crafted cards, these are the materials that they're used with. You have wood, iron, which is the most common, of course, then copper, bronze, cobalt, and osmium. And the crafted cards themselves also have a quality to them, and this like defines the look. But let's get into the this was the pack opening. I think we went through that already. So we still need to give these the shine and proper lighting as looked at here. That's still some work to do. And then let me give you like a quick look at how the game works in its like first iteration. Of course, this is, we're going to like have to launch it in a alpha testing, have a lot of input from the community, etc. So this is like your hand basically. You start off with 2 mana. The enemy healers will start off with 3 on the next turn. So since you are at a disadvantage early on, you start with a creature that can't attack, and you can't empower it or give it a barrier yet, although we may change this. Then you end turn. There's not a lot of animations yet, as you can tell. So this enemy creature came out at 3 mana. It defeated our 2 mana creature, and it lost some health in doing so. Now we have 4 mana on our next turn, so we can put out a 4 mana creature or a 2 mana creature. So we could do this. We could have the creature attack it, take damage, but then use the heal for 2 mana and be better prepared for the next turn, in which he has 5 mana, I suppose, or 4. So now he defeated a creature. Now we'll have to put out let's go for a 3 and 2. So now we can see how much damage. They have different moves as well. Like we're just working with Inferno creature here, of course, because it's still in the testing phase. I haven't added more creatures yet. But we can play around with this just to test, just so you get like an idea. Eventually there will also be other logics implemented from the main game, such as creature type efficiency, meaning if I have a fire creature, the enemy has a grass type creature, I'll do like 50% more damage. If he has a water creature while I'm playing with fire, I will do like 25% less damage, things like that, depending also on what kind of moves. There's going to be normal moves, there's going to be fire moves, there's going to be moves that match the type of the creature, or moves that are hybrid, to give like some more strategy and different tactics that you can pull off. There are also going to be healer and creature synergies, most likely on the defensive realm. There might be domain changes where a healer can change what kind of type domain they're playing in. For instance, like make the whole map a grassy area for a few turns, so that grass type moves may do more damage. It's different boosts. We already have like an empower here that makes them stronger, or a barrier that places like a shield on them. So all of these seem to work, and it's going to be interesting to implement all games. And then we'll probably also have, once we've nailed down which moves creatures are going to have, we're going to be able to also place the moves here somewhere on the card, so people know it's a creature card with moves, and that this is like a half art kind of card compared to the full arts we were working with earlier. I don't think we've implemented many full arts yet, but it's basically these. They have like a larger body compared to the creature cards. And the crafted cards are in a different style, where all the stats are down here, level is there, but they have like a different design as well. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to give you like a little bit of a glimpse into what I'm working on, and hopefully things are going to get like things have gotten like a lot faster in terms of all these mini games we've been working on for our project. So starting to implement these is going to go much faster than our main game, but eventually I will also want to start looking into our main game in terms with Claude AI, and see if I can help it along there, even though A lot of the things we've gotten stuck on hasn't really been gameplay related lately. So let's see what we can do. This is like for a couple days worth of work. This is already looking pretty nice. Like I don't know how much we can do in terms of VFX with this engine and with Claude, but maybe once we're released and the games are playable, we can probably like start earning some more funding to start adding more improvements in terms of looks and quality and things like that. Anyway, video already got pretty long, so thanks for watching/listening, and see you next time.